Rakudo introduces himself to Kurt and Ulysses. He's gonna be the Atelier Meister. He thanks them for the awesome workshop and says he wants to work with Kurt, but Ulysses, super skeptical. Rakudo gets all up in her face, smug as hell, and Ulysses kicks him in the nuts. Except it was just an illusion by Lisa. Rakudo is actually the older version Lisa imagines. Just then, a message from Mimiko pops up, saying that in 3 days, they'll find out what a Kuri really is. So, Mimiko arrives after the 3 days and says the investigation found nothing about a Kuri. They analyzed her hair, and it matched a human's, but her nails had traces similar to magic crystals, facial magic crystals. Never seen in humans before, history says spatial magic was used during the creation era, but now, it's a lost art, gone for ages. Kurt thinks she might be some kind of monster, but Mimiko says there's no proof. They have no clue what she is. She acts human, but she isn't. The safest bet? A sealing spell to stop her teleporting and keep her in Mimiko's lab, but Kurt won't allow it. Human or not, a Kuri would never hurt anyone right now. She's watching over Wolverine. Kurt refuses to let her go, and Ulysses, who was saved by her, backs him up. After a big argument, Mimiko gives in and decides to check out the dragon hunter who attacked them. Kurt says she's locked up in the basement storage. He also begs Mimiko not to send her to prison, but she can't promise that for a demon. Mimiko injects something to wake her up, but the demon warrior refuses to talk. She tries a fire spell, but the room sealing magic cancels it. The warrior says she only answered to Kurt since he beat her. A warrior's pride means she answers to the victor. So Kurt shows up and asks how she's doing. She says she's fine but complains about being tied up. She brings up Ryutagard, whom Kurt mentioned earlier. He admits Ryutagard also had horns like her, and she freaks out, asking if Ryu wore a griffin emblem necklace. Kurt flashes back and remembers seeing that emblem. The horned girl panics, saying Lady Ryutagard's being held captive in the Margrave of Takon's castle dungeon. Kurt's desperate to save her, but Ulysses says they gotta verify the story first. They can't just trust a demon, especially one who tried to kill a Kuri. The warrior explains she was investigating the Margrave when she saw a Kuri teleport out of nowhere. She wanted a Kuri's power to save Ryutagard. Ulysses is still doubtful, but the warrior points to her pendant. It's identical to Ryutagard's. She held back in their fight because of Kurt's dagger, which had the same emblem. The sword was a gift from Ryutagard to Kurt. Finally, Mimiko agrees to help the demon as long as she stays put in that room. Kurt begs her to accept, and Soulflare agrees. Then, out of nowhere, a Kuri pops up right in front of Kurt. Got Kurt, Lisa and a Kuri are going to enjoy the festival the next day, and take their daughter a Kuri out for fun. While Ulysses investigates the Margrave of Takone, they drink some pumpkin juice from a stall. Looks super tasty, and when Kurt sips from Lisa's cup, she goes nuts and drinks from the same spot just to taste his saliva. Girl's wild, fishing for that indirect kiss. Kurt says he's seen tons of festivals as an adventurer but never joined because he was always busy with Dragonfang Squad missions. From where he stands, he can see the Margrave's mansion and gets gloomy thinking about Ryutagard's situation. Lisa comforts him, saying she deeply adores Kurt, that everyone likes him, helps him because they want to. This isn't just workshop work, it's family. Got it. Kurt gets it, which is why he always tries to be useful. Meanwhile, a Kuri shows up starving, so he bolts to grab his kid. Lisa's happy, she confessed. But next time, she'll be way more direct about what she really means. Ulysses asks Kurt to forge her a new sword. Her last one got wrecked fighting Soulflare. Kurt brings the ore he found, but the blacksmith with them can't believe he's trying to fuse adamantite and mithril in such a tiny port forge. He laughs, calling it insane, until Ulysses easily slices a boulder in half. Dude's shook, realizing there's always someone better, so he decides to start from scratch and train harder. Kurt doesn't even notice he inspired the guy. Ulysses names her sword Snowflake. Pretty, right? And Kurt's thrilled she likes it. She promises to take care of it. Later, they study the market, aka Ulysses' excuse for a date with Kurt. A Kuri stays behind, so Ulysses gets Kurt all to herself. She's loving it. No clue where Lisa took Kurt before, but as an adventurer, she knows all the city's hidden spots. She give him an experience Lisa never could. Then, trouble hits. A food stall. Some thugs are wrecking an old man's stand and scaring his daughter. Alicia pretends not to see, but Kurt rushes in. He demands answers, and Alicia knows her dream date's ruined. The thugs claim the food's tasteless, lamest excuse ever, so Kurt buys a meat bun and takes a bite. Delicious, premium meat, and cheap. The guys try to pick a fight, but Ulysses warns them, messing with an Atelier member won't end well. The punks bail, tails between their legs. Total cowards. Kurt helps the injured old man. Ulysses says his potions would have worked, but he panics and sprints him to the hospital. The daughter cries, but Ulysses stays to help. Suddenly, a cactus seller appears. Ulysses spots her as Phantom and buys one while drinking. The woman reveals there's a food contest coming up. and the always-winning Gargle restaurant hired those goons to sabotage the bun stall out of fear. Ulisha's pissed. Her date, ruined because of this. Kurt comes back and says the old man's gotta stay hospitalized for a day. So now he wants to help by running the stall. Totally wrecking Ulisha's mood, thanks to Gargel. Her dream date with Kurt is over. But even pissed, she helps out. And now they're gonna crush the cooking competition. But girl says the thugs trashed all the filling, no buns left to sell. How can they even compete? But Ulisha insists they'll manage. Kurt can scrounge up ingredients to make amazing buns. Kurt agrees, and now Luna the daughter can learn the recipe and make her dad proud. She hesitates but agrees. Ulisha handles ingredients, just needs Kurt to say where they are. He lists spikeless cacti from a stall on Main Avenue, then red beans, and digs right there in the plaza. Ulisha yells he needs a permit for that. Kurt's already grabbing a shovel. Cut to the judges eating Gargel's donuts, swooning. No stall stands a chance, he might win again. Gargel's a sleazebag who bribed the white-haired judge to crown him best. Easy victory, right? Wrong. Crowds are devouring Kurt's full moon buns. They're that good, Gargel freaks. He just had his goons wreck that stall. He storms over and sees a huge line. A curry popped up and is helping Kurt sell while Luna preps more filling. There's even a hot spring foot bath for customers to relax. Judges arrive to review the hype, but Gargel tries sabotaging. The buns have black filling, probably rotten. Luna shoves the bun in their faces. Try it. The judge asks what the filling is. Sweet, cured red bean pistanco from the Far East. Fruity aroma from the cacti. Kurt taught her everything. The judges take a bite. Mind blown. Flavor. Aroma. Even Gargel reluctantly admits it's divine. Ulisha strolls up for the verdict. The judge begs for the recipe's secret. Tamponer, Kurt said, baking soda plus steam equals fluffy texture. Gargel demands to know where they got baking soda here. From the hot spring we steamed the buns in its vapor. Kurt dug the spring today. Gargel chokes. That's you need the Margrave's permit for digging. Ulisha whips out official paperwork courtesy of Princess Lisa. Plus, the springs, now a public footbath future tourist spot. Gargel hisses at the bribed judge. Stick to the deal. But the judge refuses to tank a stall this good. No amount of money's worth it. Gargel finds his goons in an alley, screaming at them for failing. Wreck that stall now. But plot twist, it's an illusion by Lisa's sword. Ulisha reveals Gargel's crimes. He recycles food scraps and laces donuts with addictive chemicals illegal. How'd she find out? All the castle chefs work for him. Lisa catfished them disguised as Gargel. The old man refuses to go to prison and attacks Lisa, but the princess's guards stop him. He's getting life for treason. He doesn't get why it's treason until Lisa reveals herself as the third princess of Omuris. Lisalot. Gargel gets dragged away by Gardzal because he was jealous of some buns. Lisa says it's too bad Ulisha's date got ruined, but Ulisha's just happy Kurt's okay. Meanwhile, the Margrave is shook that Gargel got arrested. His assistant explains. Gargel pulled a knife on Lisa. And the investigation uncovered more crimes as palace chef accomplices got busted too. The Margrave panics. What about tomorrow's tea party? No chefs equals no food for Princess Lisalot. The assistant suggests serving the cooking contest winner's food. The report says it was some sweet bun. Margrave agrees and orders the chef brought in early. He's desperate to persuade the Atelier Meister who's coming with the princess to fulfill his deepest wish. Next day, Kurt gives Rakudo his market research report, lol, and spots a map showing where Rudegard might be locked up right across from the kitchen, but behind a magically sealed door. They'll investigate more before rescuing her. Gets Kurt's concern and promises to help save Rudegard. Kurt then leaves with Akuri to help Luna at the stall. Plot twist, Lisa reveals she's been invisible the whole time she took Kurt's papers because her illusions can't interact with objects. That way, the Margrave won't suspect anything at the meeting. Lisa can't let her guard down until a phantom message arrives. Kurt got summoned to the castle as the chef, and he and Akuri are already in the kitchen. The plan's officially derailed. Lisa and Ulisha just laugh. What else can you do? Kurt's working hard at the girls' food stall when suddenly the Margrave soldiers show up, demanding he come to the palace to make his famous sweet buns, including 100 for travel. Luna can't leave, gotta open the shop, so Kurt agrees and hands the soldiers some fresh buns. They take one bite and practically ascend to heaven. Akuri shows up, and Kurt notices the soldiers are mesmerized. They even forgot why they came. 1 second, they're exhausted from festival duty. Next second, energy restored. Kurt knows, good. Food perks people up. Off to the palace he goes. Remembering this is the Margrave of Takones, castle where Ryudegard's imprisoned. Kurt nervously says, the buns are for the princess. Freaking out, he could get arrested if they're not perfect. The Margrave's assistant tells him to chill and asks if he can stay till the event ends. His Highness or the Margrave might want your services. Meanwhile, the Princess Margrave and the fake Atelier Meister illusion are chatting. The Margrave apologizes for yesterday's insensitivity. Liselot plays it cool. It'd only be bad if you'd sent someone to stalk me. The Margrave laughs nervously at her dark humor. Ulish is impressed with Lisa's acting and praise. Kurt doesn't screw things up. Kurt's itching to rescue Ryudagard, but knows he can't rush. Akuri, sensing his stress, hugs him and poof, they teleport past the locked door he'd been eyeing. Oops, now they're trapped on the wrong side. Kurt panics. We shouldn't be here. Akuri tries to teleport them back, but fails. Guess she can't double tap that ability. She starts crying, she just wanted to help. An elderly woman calls through the door. Kurt opens it, expecting Ryudagard, but it's just some grandma. Meanwhile, the Margrave offers Rikudo the Vice King title. Rikudo asks for a private chat, so the illusion princess leaves real. Lisa stays invisible, gathering dirt. I hope her. The Margrave starts rambling about eternal youth. Back with the grandma. She's lost her appetite. Akuri gives her a instant revival. Kurt realizes who she really is. Why do you look so old? She thinks he's the wizard, but he's just some Atelier errand boy. Sure, Kurt, she knows he's here for Ryudagard who's trapped beneath them. Kurt says Ryudagard visited her a decade ago and vows to help. He's ready to dig with bread. But she reveals a secret passage instead. Cut back to the Margrave's pitch. Eternal youth is an Atelier Meister's ultimate goal. He knows demons, elves live longer, and past experiments tried transplanting their cells into humans banned due to side effects. But he thinks Rikudo can brew an elixir instead, citing his miracle medicine success. Invisible Lisa pieces it together. He wants to test it on Ryudagard's cells. Rikudo shuts him down. This violates kingdom law and Church of Poland doctrine. Who exactly would you test it on? So, boom, this fake thief illusion pops up and Ulicia warns the Margrave. She's heading straight to where the old lady was locked up. Invisible Lisa tails him, and when they arrive, Margrave bursts in yelling, "Where's Famil?" Lisa recognizes that name. Why is he calling for his dead daughter? Plot thickens. Margrave takes the secret passage Famil opened for Kurt. Lisa uses her powers and catches Kurt's scent. Dude was just here. She finds a hair that definitely ain't Kurt's. Better contact Ulicia before making moves. Meanwhile, Kurt and Famil reach Ryudagard's cell. She's chained up in some magic circle. She wakes up and immediately recognizes Kurt. Famil unlocks her chains, and Kurt rushes over, asking if she's hurt. Dude's shocked. She hasn't aged a day in 10 years. Kurt, being awkward as hell, blurts out, "You haven't changed at all." Ryudagard punches him. "This is your fault for giving me that medicine that stopped my growth." Kurt apologizes, saying maybe the dose was too strong. She's also mad he just disappeared from their village without warning. Akuri gets defensive. "Don't hit my dad." Ryudagard's mind blows. "You had a kid while I was locked up." Kurt explains Akuri hatched from a waterfowl egg, so no blood relation. Ryudagard's just hungry now. But all Kurt's got is rock-hard bread she can't even bite. Famo asks if the youth serum was Kurt's work. Ryudagard confirms this dummy accidentally created the eternal youth elixir as a 6-year-old. Kurt says rainbow. Flowers, the ingredient, are extinct now. Ryudagard sighs she can't help Famil. That's when Kurt realizes you're the Margrave's dead daughter. Famil explains her dad faked her death. Her real curse is rapid aging. But dense Kurt thinks Ryudagard is the Margrave's daughter, since Famil looks old now. This idiot actually accuses the Margrave of being a lolicon. Margrave loses it. "Call me corrupt, ugly, a tick, but not that." Ryudagard paralyzes Kurt before he digs himself deeper. She asks Famil if she's sure about this plan. Famil suddenly drops the bomb. "Tell your dad to F off." Ending narration. This Kurt guy's something else. Don't be like him. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next recap. Check the cards in description for more questionable summaries. Thanks for watching. Peace out.